Hi everybody. So today I've got an engine here that had a catastrophic failure. It's a 496 Chevy. And guys, don't believe everything somebody tells you when they're selling you something. You know, I trusted this guy. That's on me. I shouldn't have. This engine literally maybe had 25 miles on it when it let go. Supposed to be all done right. You know, he told me how great it was, brand new engine, on and on and on. There's the intake and headers, everything. Here's the pistons. You can tell that one probably wasn't firing. Those ones were. Don't know why. We've got a broken lifter set. That one right there is stuck. I cannot get it out. I'm gonna have to pull the front cover, the harmonic balancer, the timing chain, try to slide the cam out of it, see if I can get that lifter down from the other side, because I don't want to hurt this block. That piston was firing. This piston also fired, but it took the brunt of everything. That one's okay. That one's okay. And I'll show you the head over here. This is the head. There's the valve broken off sideways. I'm pretty sure that head is junk. I don't know what kind of heads these are. I can't find a manufacturer on them. They're just big block aluminum heads. But I want to get this lifter out, and I'm going to see if this, you know, if the cam's savable, if they can polish it. I don't know if people do that anymore. I'm going to have my daughter film while I pull the harmonic balancer off the front cover, slide the camshaft out, and see if we can get that lifter out. Okay, well, here we go. Here, sis. You got that? Thank you. Oh, that was a failure. What's going on? Well, hopefully this isn't stripped out. I'm not liking that. Let me see what I can get here. Stuff everywhere. What did I do with that wrench? Do you know?
No.
Well, here's the bad part. I don't know how to edit video, so you guys are just gonna have to stand by, I guess, and watch me try to fix this. I don't know why that bolt pulled out of there. I had it in. It's thread, man. Try it again. That's not gonna work. Let's maybe try some different bolts. So as you guys know, I have a daughter who's 10. She'll be 11 in February. Talked her into being my film person today. We have a little Samurai that I bought when it was basically new. We're going to restore that for Olivia to be her first car. Oh, that's really weird. Those are fine threaded. Again, I didn't put this engine together. I don't know why things are the way they are in it. I'm just trying to maybe salvage what I have left, see what we're gonna do with it, if I can find the other stinking bolt. in. It's really weird. Those are fine thread. I always thought they were just standard thread. They went in there. That's on me. I'm probably gonna have to turn this puller around. Make it flat enough to go up against there with these short bolts, because I don't have any long bolts. Fine thread. We can just flip this around, I think. Put it this way. Get as much pull as we can on it. What did I do with all of my washers? Okay. Take two. And you guys know I don't edit stuff. I don't know how. I don't know if I want to learn. I just try to do, what I can with what I have. Kind of always been the way I am. I need to find some more washers here. And I thought I just had them. My tools are clear across the shop. What I normally do, I just had this thing over here on an engine stand. So we're gonna try to do it right here instead of pushing everything over there. I don't know if you're gonna want to go good. We just have to see, huh, sis? Mm-hmm. Those aren't grabbing anything. Huh. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe we'll have to get some longer bolts. See if we can make it work that way. So I'll probably just make another video. I'm not sure if anyone even wants to see how this is done. I just assumed it was Chevy stuff and I could get it apart easy and make a quick little video, but like everything that I've had to do with this engine, it is kicking my butt. Anyhow, here's a little 283 out of a 57 Chevy we're going to do something with. That's a 302 Ford. That's just a 454 Chevy, I believe. We have lots of projects that we get to work on and play with and mess with, and we really enjoy building these old cars and these old hot rods, and I think it's important to get our youth into it as much as you can. 10-year-old daughter, sometimes she really likes it, and sometimes she'd rather do other things, and I understand that. I get it. But there's nothing like the feeling of your little girl who steals your trophies at a car show because she likes them and puts them in her bedroom. You do that. Anyhow, and someday, most of this stuff's going to be hers. I promised it to her. She's helped me with it since she was little bitty. Here's the Samurai that we're in the middle of tearing it down still. This thing is, man, this poor little car's got at least 300,000 miles on it. I drove it daily for 10 years or better. And then it was my hunting rig, and it was just, whatever I wanted to do, I did it. I lifted it. It's got a Weber carburetor on it. I made door panels and the tailgate panel for it, and I actually have a video where it started the other day, first time in like 12 years. It's just been kind of sitting in the back of the shop. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. Olivia is pretty cool with the idea of this is going to be hers. I think we're going to paint it back the same color. Is that what we decided, Olivia? Huh? Gonna go back with the same teal color? Yeah. She doesn't want any pink on it. None whatsoever. This thing had pink stripes on it when it was new. All the Samurais kind of had a funny looking stripe on them. They were all different, but just, I guess, I don't know why. That was the 80s. But what a cool little ride. That thing, I've been to places in that people wouldn't take their four-wheelers. It's just crazy. This is a Ford pickup that we're doing for a guy, putting it back together. He rolled it. He's actually changing the cab. He wanted to do that when we get the body or the cab and the frame back. We're gonna put everything back together. We've been fixing the bedside. This corner here, it caught when it rolled, kind of bent it over, made a tool that stuck in there and bent it back up. I have a guy, Tad Fisher, who is, I think he's got a YouTube channel as well. It's Iron Bone Garage. He does all the paint and body work and helps me with the mechanical stuff. And we've done a lot of stuff together. This car, really cool if you like El Caminos. I don't. Never have, don't know why. I appreciate them, but I would never own one. This one looks pretty nice. It's got a Rowdy 350 in it, of course, with a big huffer on the top of it. We've got to fix some wiring and put a electric power. We're gonna put power brake. It's got power brakes, but it doesn't have any vacuum because of the engine. So we're gonna fix that. Probably electric vacuum pump. Just do a few things, kind of get it back together for him. He hasn't had the car in a long time. It's sitting in a shop forever and ever in a town a couple miles from here. Went and picked it up. Got it running. All of that's good on it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. This is a Ford that I did, wow, clear back in 2005, 4. I actually bought this service truck. I used to do service work on dairies, loaders, equipment. I'm a diesel mechanic by trade, I guess. I went to college, got my degree in diesel mechanics back in 1990, a long time ago. Bought this pickup. This is probably the third service truck I had, and the last one. It's a 12-valve Cummins, 5-speed. Absolutely loved it. I wanted a 4-door Ford, so I found this one. Bought it from my friend's dad, who had bought it new. Truck was immaculate. The only problem was it was a 460. When it had stock tires on it, it's got 35 BFGs on it now. Stock tires on it, the thing wouldn't even power brake. It was gutless. It got about 3 miles to the gallon. If you hooked a trailer to it, it was horrible. Couldn't make it do any better. But I really love this Dodge. So I thought, I wonder if I can stuff a 12 valve in there. And I'm not going to say I was the first guy to do one, but I was one of them. The guys over at Ford, I have a friend who's a mechanic. I actually worked at Ford for a time. I had a parts guy over there. He helped me get a lot of the stuff go, that's back when they had microfishes. We had to dig through stuff to figure out how to wire it because I wanted it to look factory. And it pretty much does. My air conditioner works. All of my gauges work. Everything in the truck works. I didn't want to have it all clobbered together. So I didn't want people to be able to tell that I just did a motor swap and fast and lazy and wiring was horrible. And so I did that. I sent my transmission off to Phoenix Transmissions in, I think they're down in Texas by Fort Worth somewhere, Weatherford maybe. They built the transmission. It's all billet everything. It's got full leather cat skin interior. It's got all the gauge pods. I ordered a factory new dash cluster from Ford. The truck was 10 years old. It's a 95, so I'm thinking it was probably 2006 I did this because it had to be 10 years old. So they would send me a new odometer with 0 miles. It's electronic, 0 miles on it. So I knew how many miles I'd have on the engine. They calibrated the speedometer for the 35-inch BFG Goodrich tires. And it says diesel fuel only, and it has a tach, none of which my old cluster had. So I figured out I had to cut a couple of notches in the harmonic balancer to make the tach pickup work. Pulled out the electric fuel pumps, just put gauges in. Sending units for the gauges. It's got a fuel pump on the side of the engine now. And this thing, you can write your name with the back tires without power braking it, just matching it to the floor. It'll build about 45, 50 pounds of turbo boost. Absolutely wild. That's probably the 4th head that I put on it because I kept blowing head gaskets. Finally sent it down to a place in Salt Lake, Baker Diesel. They O-ringed fire ringed and studded the head. That fixed it. That's the only problems I had with this truck. As you can see, it's in really, really good shape. I don't drive it much. I'm pickup poor, I guess you could say. I have a lot of pickups. But this is just a super nice 95 F350 with a good engine in it and a good transmission. And I wouldn't be scared to drive that thing to New York. I think it's got 60,000 miles on it since I've done it. But as you can see, I have that new pickup. I have that plow truck. There's a pickup over there you can't see. There's this diesel. There's that diesel, my mega cab. I have those 2 old Chevy 4-wheel drives. I have my 39 on the other side. I have a 63 short box. I have pickups outside. So my Ford kind of sits. Once in a while, I charge the batteries up and we'll go drive it and take the dogs for a ride. And it's fun just to go cruise, you know. And that thing is actually an antique now. It's, see, 95, 2025 is, it's 30 years old. And that blows my mind because forever I said, oh, my new pickup. And it's not a new pickup anymore. But to me, it always will be. That's what I bought that's what replaced my Samurai, I guess. I got that pickup and then I didn't have to drive this every day anymore. Although, you know, you go from 25, 30 miles a gallon to 3. Yeah, that didn't last very long. Anyhow, we'll get the right bolts for the harmonic balancer and pull that off and make another video. So I guess stay tuned if you want. Thank you so much. And please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. You just hit the subscribe button. Helps out my channel. It will help out the build on the Samurai for my daughter. And yeah, she gets the credit for this one. And isn't she cute? Okay, thanks guys.